Hello, this is Denise Butchko with Butchko and Company, and I have the honor today of being here with Christian Smedberg, who's an absolute marketing pro in the building materials industry. Christian, how are you?
Hey Denise, I'm doing well. Good to be with you this morning.
Thanks. We decided one thing we wanted to talk about to kind of help people with their marketing is the ever so popular visual Instagram. So what are your thoughts on Instagram?
So, Instagram's been around for a while now. It's very established, and it's a key platform really for any online marketing strategy at this point. It's no longer on the fringe or on the cusp of whether we should do it or not. It's really a must especially for any company who's selling a visually stimulating product, right? Because it's such a great platform for that. But anyway, one thing I wanted to mention before we even go into this, I have talked to so many people here lately who are like, oh yeah, we're on Instagram. We're on Instagram. And then I'm like, great, I'm going to go to your account, check it out. And they have like 3 pictures posted, like 2 followers who are like themselves and their neighbor or something.
Their mom.
So just because you have an Instagram account, you've posted a couple pictures, or maybe you had somebody do it for you, doesn't mean you're really on Instagram.
Right. Well, legally in a court of law, it means you're on Instagram, but in marketing terms, no, it doesn't count.
No, you might as well not.
Yeah.
But this goes back to this idea of incorporating it into a holistic marketing strategy. Again, if you're like a designer, a builder, a craftsman, someone who makes something, Instagram's a great platform because it's, again, visually stimulating. It's all about the photography, right? Or is it? And that's where engagement happens. So, I want to talk about how people can start up on Instagram and actually get engagement. And this is for a very beginning group of people who are just starting out on this platform. I wouldn't just crawl Instagram and find pictures and posters who you like to follow. I would actually start with your database. Every company out there has a customer database, so go out and find your customers on Instagram. They're going to be there.
Yeah, hopefully they have a database. But I agree with you. The hardest part of all of this, I think, for most people, Instagram, and keep in mind, people, that Instagram is owned by Facebook. So there's a whole lot of leveraging opportunity there. Mm-hmm. But the key to success in this in digital marketing today is that engagement element, that you think about what kind of strategy you're going to use to post your content. You regularly post that content.
Right.
You're in there interacting with people, commenting on what their things are. And so if you're not doing that, it's the old-fashioned kind of, here's a display ad, here's a yellow page ad. I don't really care. What's in it for me as the person going through the feed all the time? Get my attention somehow. And then what really gets my attention is I've posted something and then, I get a notification that somebody made a comment on it. Ooh, that's,
Right. That's perfect. And that's engagement. So the benefit that you gain when someone does that, it's the same thing inversely when you post on somebody else's picture. So who better to be engaging with than your current customer base anyway? This comes back to actually finding your customers on Instagram and making that your foundation of engagement going forward, and then just building off of that.
Totally.
I think that's a great strategy for folks who are just starting out, trying to promote their brand on Instagram.
And for one of the clients that I worked with, I had an intern who was helping with this, and we went through the database. He went through the database and made a spreadsheet with all the designers, the architects that we either have worked with ever. And then I gave him some guidance on who's in the market that we'd like to work with, which you can do really easily in a geographic.
Yeah.
Now, I know in Chicago, the people who are like rocking it, and I'd love to do closets with those people. And so then we went to all of the social profiles and then followed them if they were active there, if they were on that platform. Then you can kind of see, like Julia Buckingham loves Instagram, and she's there all the time. And so it's a great, and I call that coming in the side door. It is that ping,
Yes.
notification. Oh yeah. So that if I've engaged with you in social media 8, 10, 20 times, and then I'm picking up the phone to see if I can get a meeting, that's no longer a cold call.
No, absolutely it's not. I completely agree. That's no longer a cold call. Don't think that they just don't see you engaging on social media. Everybody does. And so just because you haven't had a verbal conversation with them doesn't mean that you don't know them, because you've been engaged in social media. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. So get out there, people. And this is a great, if you're, still in that space of, I need somebody to help with that. This is a task that you could most certainly delegate.
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage you, if you have salespeople or designers on your team, that you get, prompt them to be following the professional partners that they work with. And, then that kind of leads me into, if you have more questions about digital marketing, you'd like to improve what you're doing, I'm working on an idea with a coaching group. So give me a call. It might be perfect for you. I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be great help to people. It's a great way to get access to my time and expertise. I think you should do it. So thanks for being on today, Christian, and for sharing your great information. All right. Take care.
All right.